These are ready-made shoulder pad. Don't like the ones handmade. Using the wadding. The wadding tends to fall out. These are special design, they're nice and soft. As soft as a traditional shoulder pad. And a special design to replace it because of the problem with the wadding falling out. When it falls out, it tends to fall into the hem of the coat, cause lumps. So you can see this is a shoulder pad here. It's a wing shoulder pad, so it comes right down the back, past the back pitch, to help fill out the lower part of the back of the arm. You can see the shoulder pad itself is quite narrow. You can get a various thicknesses. It's a very thin shoulder pad. This is the thinnest that you will get. This is a 1/4 inch ply, or 1/4 inch thickness, one ply. You see it's a very nice soft shoulder pad. It's a nice soft shoulder. You can get them in various thicknesses, but I like to keep it a very natural shoulder in my coat, so I use the finest of pads. I don't want too much of the fat pad coming into the front of the coat, so I keep it back at this. I'm going to match the edge of the pad now with the run of the sleeve, so I'm twisting it around at the back here to make sure I've got the coverage down here at the bottom where I want it. I want the pad to be sewn into the sleeve all the way down here, so it's caught from the front to the back. I'm not missing it anywhere. You want to be able to baste it onto the canvas just to hold it in position. Right here. Held in position there, we can base around it without the fear of it slipping. The purpose of the pad is to help fill out the shoulder and give length to the back, lifting the coat off the wearer. The thicker the pad, the more cloth you have over the back. So you have a better chance of having a nice clean back in the coat because it's not sitting so close to the person. If you look at a lot of coats, you tend to have a lot of pulling back there because they're trying to get it so close to the wearer that there's no air between the cloth itself and the person. Because I use fittings, I tailor my clothing well. I can stretch them by stretching the blades and filling in the shoulder. I can afford to use a very narrow pad to achieve a clean back. There's also my own preference to have a narrow pad. I don't like shoulders that look or feel very high or built up. I want to work with what I'm given for each of my figures, rather than trying to superimpose something onto them. I think it works out better when you deal with the natural figure itself, rather than trying to overly manipulate it. There are things you can do. You're always trying to improve the figure, obviously, you know, so it's what you feel is best for the client. So there are instances I do go for a 1/4 inch pad, but there are instances, like in my own case, where I have to use a 1/2 inch pad or 2-ply pad. You gotta go with what you're given with the client. That's the way I approach it. Some clients do ask for shape to be forced in, but then they also ask, you know, they ask for a certain line to their shoulder, an exaggerated line, but then look for a fine shoulder, you know, a narrow shoulder pad, and it's clear that they don't understand what it is that they're looking for. Did you understand that? You know?
Oh yeah.
So sort of saying, oh, I want it built up, but I want it to be soft. Can't do both. It's either one or the other.